So this is a new piece of software I found called Freeplane, and there's a few videos on the internet, on YouTube, on how to use it, but I thought, let's just get into it. Let's just do something practical. So one of the primary things that I use this for is for mapping out video courses for two reasons. I get to list all the videos, and I also make sure I've been through them, and I can take notes as I go, so that way I can come back and look at my my map. Now, my map's a bit of a funny word. It's more of a informational, organisational tool. It's actually got a lot in it, which we won't go through here. We're just going to go through the basics. So I've created a new map, and it comes up and it says new map. In fact, I should do this again because you didn't see what happened. So when you create a new map, you get to select a template, and in this case, I am just going to stick with the default, the standard 1.6mm, just to get things going. All right, so we've got our new map. Now, first thing we want to do is give it a name. So I've just clicked in there, or you can go F2, and I'm going to call it map course. I'm going to go Shift Enter to get a new line. You want to call it that, you can call it whatever you like. I'm just going to drag this across, left mouse button down and drag, so the little cursor changes, or grabby tool. Okay, so first things first, doesn't matter what the video course is, any course, anything that you're doing that you need to keep track of, this is ideal. So I'm just going to open up the menu. So one of the first things I do is I create a new thing, and I might just call it the menu, just to be boring. And I'll zoom in on here for you. So what I'm going to do is just list out all of the menu items to start with. So I didn't tell you how I made that. I just went on here. See how it goes blue? That means that's the node that you're playing with. And I just hit tab. Now you might go, oh, that one's gone over there. How can I move it across? You can use the control and the arrow keys. So I'm going to go control right, and it just bounces it across. If I want to move that one up, control up and down, just changes the order. Okay, and I don't want that one, so I'm going to delete him, and I'm going to make sure that one's highlighted, and it is, and I'm going to go tab. Alright, so that creates a new, what they call a child node. You want to get technical. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly blast through these. Now, I want to create sibling nodes, so I want to create nodes which I call the ones underneath the one above it. This is technical, and just list them all out. Now, I wish I had this when I was building websites and admin panels and stuff, because this would have been a nice way just to map out the entries I wanted. Anyway, we're here now and we're doing this. Now, I've gone through many courses with this tool now, and it's just been great, so I thought you should know about it. And the beauty of this is it lets you keep track of where you're up to and what you've done, and make sure that you actually get value out of these purchases that you make for these courses. Because one of the worst things you can do is you just look at it and you go, I don't know where I am, where do I go, what do I need to see, what haven't I seen, oh, what was that again? And you just forget it all, and you leave and you go somewhere else. And we don't want that. There's a lot of information in here. Now, I'm in at the platinum level, so I've got access to everything. Just because. Okay. Alright, so I've just quickly mapped out the menus. Now, what I'm going to do is just go through each one. Now, I know the upgrade and the live training are fairly boring. I'm not interested in those at the minute. I just want to go through the actual courses. So, alright, I'm already in the list building one. I'll just see if I can squish this up a bit. Whoops. Just give me a second. And all right, so I've got a video here. So this is in a live training. Always grab that by accident. We'll come back to that. All right, so we're in the live training. Now these are videos, so let's call it what it is. That's my rule, number one rule. I've just hit tab, and it bounced back, so I just got to click in there. Just a little circle here that collapses or expands the branches. Right, so this one's this building. Whoop, that's what I didn't do. Now, this is where I want you to get to. You don't have to be perfect with this, so I want to put this under videos. All right, I want to move this one. So I'm just going to grab it and push it there. Or plonk it there. And to move these up and down and around, if you get to, like you just notice, I've just sat here and gone, oh, I better move that in my head. You get this little loop, again with the moving tool icon, just to let you know you are about to move things, and you can reposition them to your heart's content. All right. So I got this building video. What else have we got? Now, so that must be the basic one. Silver. Actually, I want to just document this full page. So what I might do is just go, yep, I've got some, so I'm not going to worry about that, because I can move things, right? It's really just a matter of getting this down as quickly as possible. For this, and I just want to move that out there. Okay, and I want to probably, I can leave it there. No, I might move it up. Oh, I don't know yet. Oh, and I didn't save it, so I'm saving it. Now, by default, it comes up with the same name that you've put in here, right? So the map course review, if I go file save, Control S, that's the name it will give it. You can change that, of course, but I just like to keep them the same. I'm just going to save that. Right, now we've got it saved. Always save your files. Years of experience have taught me the time that you don't is when you lose it, and you are not a happy chappy. All right, so we've got some PLR here. If we want to get really boring, I don't want to really make this too long, but it's just good to note everything. And I'll try and do this as quickly as I can. Now, just hit enter to come down underneath that one. The newbies focusing guy. Maybe I need to be reading that. the power of mindset. Let's do it in big capitals. All right, and top online sales methods. This course is actually full of good information, and there's a fair whack to go through to create content. Yeah, we all love doing that. Check out another video how I do that. All right. And if I wanted to give it that headline, I could. I'll just do it just for demonstration. So I can just put that in there. I'm just going to copy and paste. Right, and then I might just drag that down there. But it's kind of redundant, isn't it? This is where you go, Anyway, I'll just keep moving because I don't want to stop. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit too much information. All right. And then we got the this guy. Let's just do that. All right, so we're going to come down. Additional training. I'm going to put this under videos. I might pause the video here so you're not watching me type all these out. So we will come back. Just move that down there. tidy this up a bit. Okay, so I'll just add in these other ones. I might just break these up. This is totally up to you how you do this. Just what makes sense to you, really. I'm going to grab all these, put them in there. Whoops, I missed. And it's fine. And then we've got the ones down the bottom here. Okay. Whoops. I always say whoops a lot here. Won't matter because I can move it. Oh, this is the worst building workshop. The super list. Difference. Now I can move that because it belongs under there. Okay. I'm going to hit enter to make a one underneath. Good technical term. It's got the keyboard just not in the right spot for me there. Here, let's try that. Best. Okay, so I'm going to do something else here. So in a second, I will. I just want to go through. So what I've effectively done, I'll just zoom out a bit. In fact, I'll just do this. Don't really need them as much. Guy. So we've got the 3 levels of videos here. So what you would do, I'd go to this one first. And I always put a playtime in of how long it is. Usually you can tell. In fact, if we just go back quick. Just go back up here quick. We can
Welcome to this training. We're going to talk.
And it's 15:33. I'll do this for each video, and then from then on I just start taking notes. So for this list building video, I just listen through it and take some notes. I may put timestamps in when there's a point raised that I want to remember or not. It's not really important. It's just a good idea just to get the main important points down. So for each video you can see what information you gleaned from it, and it also shows you what videos you've been through and which ones that you haven't. So you can use this as sort of a, if you've got an hour or so, you can come in here and you can just go through some more videos and just pick out the points that are of interest. And if you want to, of course, you can just make another node off here. There's nothing to stop you going crazy with this stuff. Absolutely nothing. So you just put in some notes, and you can add some notes on here. Whoops. And this little thing, when you go escape, it just pops back straight to the parent, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, it's got a few little quirks, this thing, but overall, I mean, it's brilliant. So the notes, I might want to pop that up. So I'm going to go Control up. And I can just whack it across here in line. I'm not too sure why it's doing all that weirdness, but anyway. You can sit in here and play with trying to tidy it up. You'll soon learn how that works. It does have a few little tricks, but you'll work it out. If not, just pop down in the comments, I can't get these things in the right spot, and I'll show you how to do that. So you can see here, these are all collapsed, but the only one that's actually got stuff in it is one little circle on the end. So if I click on that, of course, everything expands. And you can just go through what you want, recollapse them. I mean, I don't know what to show you next because it's quite, this is a beast of a tool. One thing that I do like is, now I can't find it, outline view. Right, it just, it doesn't expand everything. There you go, you got a nice little list. Oh, there's that one we haven't done yet. You can quickly scan through this and see what's going on. If you so desire, I'll just put that back. View settings, outline view. There you go. And now we're back into the standard format. Appearance. Let's make these things look a bit nicer. So we can go right click, tool panel. There's a lot of settings in here that you can play with, and you can experiment, but the one I want to show you is the node shape, which is right here. It says node shape. It's currently in a fork shape. I like the bubble, so I'm going to select the bubble. Now that has only applied it to this particular one that I had highlighted at the time. So you can individually mess around with these, and it's also got built-in styles. So you can go berserk with this. It's great fun. But we just want to keep it simple. So if we want to apply that change to all of our items or nodes, there's an option up here. So you scroll right back to the top. There's an apply button. You've got two choices. You can apply it for this map only, or for all maps based on this template, which is called default. But I'm just going to apply it for this map and watch what happens. Boom, there you go. Makes it look a little bit more usable, doesn't it? All right, so we'll just collapse these down. All right, that all falls together nicely. The reason they got different colors, that's part of the settings. I'm not worried about that at the moment. Just helps distinguish things a bit. Just changes colors. If I did another one, I know it's coming out green as well. Yeah, it starts changing colors. See that? Every time you create a new node. All right, so I'm just going to grab all those. Whoops. Now the shift key is what you can multi-select. Delete. The same with these. Delete. And now we're back. All right, so one other thing I might want to do. It's probably get a bit long. You might want to put some information in here as well. So you might want to go, I call it information generally. Whoops. And I might leave it pointing this way. And then I go tab, and I might go affiliate link. And then I might go tab, and I'll put enter, sorry, Control V. Now I can make that into a link. It's got a few neat tricks, this thing. So I want to go link, add URL, and it already guesses it. So it kind of knows. So it's got a few neat little features like that. So now there's a link in there. All right, now I want to drag this up to my affiliate link tab. And so if I click on this, I'll just zoom in so you can see it. So now it's got this little indicator padlock of a world on it. Don't know why it's got a lock on it. And you can click on it, and boom, it'll take you off to the website. Okay. So, and it won't let me do that because I'm logged in. And so you can do all sorts of things with this. You can link to files on your system. You can do all sorts of stuff. All right, so I'm going to keep it there. But primarily, for going through video courses and stuff, this thing's brilliant. So you can list out everything that's in there, which I do first. And then you can just start going through them, right? And you start taking notes. And that's the best way to get the best value out of courses like this. So there you go. I'll leave you with that. If you've got any more questions, because I've sort of rushed through this in a very long time, just ask in the comments and we'll get you sorted out. All right. So have fun, do lots, learn your courses, document stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So just a little interlude. I just was watching the video and realized I had completely done something silly. So and you're probably screaming at me at the time, so I apologize. There's nothing worse. Whoops, I'll control both of these. So I'm going to put them in the right spot, which is actually list building. So I'm going to try and drag all them into there. There we go. Now it's a bit better. And I also noticed that I could not spell transcripts. All right. Whoops. I'll just zoom in. Hang on. Sorry. I'll zoom in. All right. We've got to get this right because it was driving me nuts watching it. Okay. Well, I'm still doing it. Let's caps lock on. All right. So I think that's everything now. So yeah, sorry about that. So if you were screaming at me like in pantomimes and stuff, or I do apologise. So we'll just link all these up. All right, so here we go. All right, so I've moved them on to the right spot. It was actually this building. I'll go through later and do all the rest of these, and then I'll start going through the course. I've already been through some of it already, but yeah. All right, sorry about the frustration. And if you got nothing out of this, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Cheers.